Alice Sousa is a London-based film and theatre producer, actress, screenwriter and playwright. In 2014, she executive produced Terence Davies' forthcoming feature film, Sunset Song. She is the British representative of the Iris Group and the managing director of Iris Productions UK Ltd. Single quote. Education. In 1995, de Sousa graduated from Southbank University with a first-class degree in EEC law. In 1997, she was awarded a master's degree in Portuguese studies from King's College London. Career. Acting. As an actress, she has played leading roles in some 30 stage plays, including the title roles in 2 different productions of The Duchess of Malfi, John Webster, Hedda, in 2 separate productions of Hedda Gabler, Henrik Ibsen, and Celestina in Celestina de Rojas, Lady Macbeth in Macbeth, William Shakespeare, and Berlin in Anne of the Thousand Days, Millamant in The Way of the World, William Congreve, Goneril in King Lear, William Shakespeare, Hermione in The Winter's Tale, William Shakespeare, Maria Eduarda in 2 different productions of her own translation, adaptation of E.C.A. de Queiroz' masterpiece novel The Mias, Ophelia in Hamlet, William Shakespeare, Marina in Pericles, William Shakespeare, Elvira in Blithe Spirit, Noel Coward, Dona Madalena in The Pilgrim, Almeida Garrett, Juliet in Romeo and Juliet, William Shakespeare, and Jonah in the world premiere of her translation of Bernardo Santara's play, The Crime of the Old Village, O Crime du Old Dear Vella. Theatrical productions. As a theatre producer, she has created over 70 professional theatre shows, including Anne of a Thousand Days and Pericles, 1991 Halves, the 1999 open-air Shakespearean Festival in Eltham, Greenwich, the 2000 British premiere of Never Nothing from No One, Luisa Costa Gomez, thereafter, for Galleon Theatre Company and at her own London theatre venue the Greenwich Playhouse, aka the Prince Theatre. She produced Hamlet Company, and its transfer to the Palace Theatre, Pygmalion, Richard III, You're Gonna Love Tomorrow, Peep Show, 2 different productions of Hedda Gabler, in which she also played the title role, The Crime of Father Amaro, Cousin Basilio, which she adapted for the stage, Shadows on the Sun, Barry Keffy's first stage play in a decade, The Importance of Being Earnest, 3 Sisters, The White Devil, 'Tis Pity She's a Whore, The Ruffian on the Stair, and The Arpingham Camp. The Mias, which she adapted for the stage and played Maria Eduarda. Her original play, Inés de Castro, played Goneril and produced King Lear. Absent Friends, A Doll's House, The Seagull, translated, adapted, produced and played Madalena in The Heiress of the Cane Fields, translated, produced and played Jonah in The Crime of the Old Village, translated, adapted, produced and played Matilda in Thankfully There Is Moonlight. Single quote. Produced and played Hedda Gabler in Hedda Gabler. Produced 2 different productions of The Merchant of Venice. Wrote and produced the internationally acclaimed, award-winning Aristides, the Outcast Hero. In 2010 produced The Importance of Being Earnest, and a second production of The Cherry Orchard. In 2011 produced A Woman of No Importance, and a second production of her own adaptation of The Mias, again playing Maria Eduarda. In 2012 produced for the second time, Hamlet, and The Duchess of Malfi, in which she returned to the title role. This was the last production to be staged at the Greenwich Playhouse, a London leading, independent, studio theatre venue which she had artistically directed since 1995. Film. In 2004, in partnership with actor-director Bruce Jameson, they co-founded Galleon Films Limited, for which they are developing a slate for feature films including The Duchess of Malfi, The Angel of Bordeaux, Inés de Castro, and Lady Bare Knuckles. In 1989 with Bruce Jameson, they co-founded Galleon Theatre Company Limited. In December 1995, they co-founded In the Prince Theatre, aka Greenwich Playhouse Limited, where they staged 38 in-house theatre productions until the venue closed in September 1998. In May 2000, following the successful outcome of a campaign to save the studio from closure, they reopened the venue and renamed it Greenwich Playhouse. At the Greenwich Playhouse they proceeded to create through sell-out, internationally acclaimed theatre productions, work and entertainment for 250,000 people until the theatre's much-publicized closure in May 2012 and in the lead-up to London 2012 Olympic Games. Writing. As a playwright, she has written original stage scripts entitled Inés de Castro and Aristides, The Outcast Hero, and theatre translations, adaptations of E.C.A. de Queiro's novels Cousin Basilio and The Mias, Almeida Garrett's The Pilgrim, Fray Luis de Sousa, Luis Stau Montero's Thankfully There Is Moonlight, single quote, Felizmente ha lua, Bernardo Santarino's The Crime of the Old Village, O Crime do All Dia Vela, and Julio Dinas, The Heiress of the Cane Fields, Morgadinha dos Canaviais. As a screenwriter, she has written original film scripts of Inés de Castro, The Angel of Bordeaux, aka Aristides, The Outcast Hero, her own filmic adaptation of John Webster's The Duchess of Malfi, and is writing Lady Bare Knuckles. Awards. In 2009, won 2 international awards. Portuguese government's illustrious Pré Acute de Talento, in recognition of 2 decades of work in the performing arts, and the Jornal as Noticias Award, for services and representation of Portuguese culture in Britain, and was listed in the USA's Presidential Who's Who. In 2007, was shortlisted for the Portuguese government's Pré Acute de Talento 2006. In 2004, was awarded by the American Biographical Institute the Great Women of the 21st Century Award. In 2005, won the medal for Woman of the Year 2005. These awards recognize the impact on society of the work of 1,000 prolific women worldwide. In 2001 and 2005 won the Arts Council Playwrights Bursary.